Hello, good morning, welcome back to my channel. This is Louise from Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. This morning we're looking at the tea plant. I got this a few years ago and I can't remember exactly which year I got it, but it's grown quite a lot. This is variety Assamica. A botanical name is Camellia sinensis, which is it is member of the camellia family. They do produce flowers, but nowhere near as big as the ornamental camellias, and this one's actually got some little flower buds on it, but I have no flowers at the moment to show you. But they're small, white, they're not very significant to look at. This plant is obviously grown for its leaves, and the younger leaves are what's consumed, made into tea. They pick the top leaves, and then these are dried and ground into a sort of, not a powder, but into what we know as tea leaves. As I say, I've had this plant a few years and it's producing these little shoots at the bottom here. It did actually grow this, I think it was this stem here, from seed, and it's sort of grown off on its own, but I don't know where these little shoots have come from. But I've decided it does need a repot because the pot's broken. I don't know if you can see there, this part of the pot is broken off, and it's looking, it probably is pot bound. So I've got all the things I need to do that. I've been to B&M yesterday and I got this pot, quite a big size. Don't know how many litres it is, but it's big enough, and it was £1.99 from B&M. So if you're needing big pots, go to B&M, you'll get a bargain there. I've got ericaceous compost because these do need to be in acidic conditions. So camellias, all the camellias and rhododendrons, they prefer to be in ericaceous compost. So I've also got here what I'm going to add afterwards, but first of all I'm going to tip it out and have a look at the roots. Right, so there's the roots. You can see it was pot bound, they're all wound at the bottom, some fibrous ones at the top here, but look, they look in good condition. So I'm going to get the ericaceous compost in there and pot it up and talk a little bit more about the tea plant. Okay, so I'm just going to lift this in there, and then I'm just going to backfill it with the compost, and then at the top I'm going to add some of this after plant ericaceous bioactive plant feed. Right, so I've repotted it now, and I'm just going to add a handful of this ericaceous feed. Get the top open, just bear with me. Right, get a couple of handfuls. And for container plants, it says to apply twice a year. If it's in ground, I think it's just at the beginning of the growing season. With these plants though, you can, I suppose, apply as and when, if you feel spring is the best time, or autumn. As I say, this repot was long overdue, so we're in autumn now, but it doesn't do the plant any harm, and it'll get it ready for winter. And talking about winter, I mean, this plant stays outside all year round. Now, I got this, I think, was it from the Eden Project? No, I did have some plants from the Eden Project back in 2013, I think it was, when I was there, or 2014. But the little plants died because the smaller plants didn't survive being outside. And what I'd done, I'd seen in Cornwall, which is in the south of the UK, they actually have tea gardens there outside, and I was really impressed by it. I never thought you could grow tea here in the UK. So seeing these tea gardens at the Eden Project, and there are other tea gardens outside of that area. I think there's tea gardens in Scotland, I'm not sure, but if you've not seen the tea gardens at the Eden Project, do go and have a look. And so the first plants that I got there from there actually died, so this plant here was to replace them, and it was a decent size, not as big as it is now. Probably it's tripled in size. You know, it's got all these side branches, and I think it was plants for presents. So I think my children bought this for me. So it's approximately 6 years old, and as I say, it's been outside. First I did cover it with a fleece, and then last year I've left it uncovered, and it's been fine. Sometimes you get a little bit of leaf browning, and I think that's, you know, minimum. You know, it's not badly affected the plant. That might be frost damage, but just, it stays outside. It's in my back garden actually, so it's not in the sunny front garden. I've just brought it here to you know, it's easier to repot it out here in the front. And as I say, yeah, is it possible to grow your own tea in the UK? Well, yes it is. And I could start picking these fresh green leaves and have green tea. But if I wanted to have what we call traditional tea, then I'd pick them and leave them to turn brown. I mean, some of these have already turned a bit brown, but I don't think, you know, the quality of that would be very nice. So yeah, I could have my own green tea. I could also make my own bergamot tea or Earl Grey, because I have my bergamot tree here right next to it, and there are little fruits on it. Just a quick diversion from the tea plant. If you look up bergamot on the internet or on YouTube, you'll see a lot of people are posting what they say is bergamot, and in fact they're showing pictures of kaffir or macroot lime, which is a knobbly citrus, and that is grown in Thailand. This bergamot is a cross between, not quite, I can't remember, I think it's some kind of a lemon and an orange, a lemon and a bitter orange cross produced this, and it is grown in Italy. So it's actually grown in, this plant actually I think came from Sicily, so it isn't the tropical citrus, it's from the, yeah, it says made in Sicily. So this plant came from Sicily, and the fruit is smooth. It isn't a lime, it is a lemon crossed with an orange. So if you see any pictures on the internet showing bergamot, Thai bergamot, it isn't really the true, it's not bergamot basically. So this is Citrus bergamia, that's its true name. And there are many benefits to having bergamot or Earl Grey tea if you want to combine it with this. The benefits of it, it's supposed to act like a statin. So if you're on if you've got high cholesterol and you're taking statins, apparently there has been some research on the benefits of having bergamot oil, or the rind or the juice from this plant, this citrus tree, to lower cholesterol. So it's got you know, medicinal qualities, and also tea has its own benefits. You know, they're high in antioxidants, really good for the blood system. So there you have it. I'm going to make my own Earl Grey tea once these fruits have got a little bit better, and I'll probably do a video on that. So thank you very much for watching, and add any comments in the comments box below if you're interested in growing tea here in the UK.